Hi everyone, my name is Mark Ridamos, a holistic health practitioner, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of breathing and the immune system. So when you're breathing, you're detoxifying out fungi, parasites, viruses, and different toxins. Around about 70% of our detoxification actually comes through our breath. 20% comes through our skin, and then 10% is more like urine and defecation. So depending on what research you look at, we breathe around about 20,000 breaths per day. So it's very, very important. You can imagine if you're doing any activity 20,000 times a day, you'd really want to get that technique right. Otherwise it could cause you like a little bit of damage. So for example, if someone's like working at a checkout at a supermarket and they're punching things through 20,000 times a day, if they're doing that with poor posture, that can lead to potential injuries down the track. So ideally a really good breathing pattern. So it's really important for detoxification, really important for the immune system. Now, some things that can actually challenge our breathing pattern or can cause a disrupted breathing pattern. The first one would probably be stress. So where someone's pumping like high stress or high anxiety, someone can become more of a chest breather. So not engaging with their diaphragm as much and just becoming more of a chest breather. So that would be the first thing. The second thing would probably be nutrition. So having food that you're sensitive to can cause a little bit of a stress response, and definitely processed sugar I've definitely seen affect breathing patterns. So processed sugar can bring up a stress response in the body, and all of a sudden it can disrupt your breathing pattern as a result. The third one would be poor posture, potentially as a result of chronic mental emotional stuff or a poorly designed exercise program. So there's research out there on the mental emotional side to show that chronic anxiety and depression can cause a posture like this. At the same time, if someone's doing a lot of exercises where they're doing a lot of chest stuff, like bench press or push-ups, that can make these muscles tight, and then all of a sudden you can start curling that way. If you don't do balancing exercises to peel yourself back that way and keep yourself a nice upright posture. So they're probably the three main challenges I see. So stress, nutritional, and just the posture itself. Okay, so how can we improve our breathing pattern? Well, you can kind of just address those three things that I mentioned. So on the stress side, on the nutritional side, and on the postural side, you can see someone like myself or a chiropractor or an exercise physiologist, something like that. Now, so what is a really good breathing pattern and how can you correct it? Well, I've got a little water bottle here, which is a good way to sort of assess what you're doing. So you just lie down, throw the water bottle on your stomach, just breathe in. So the first 2/3 of the breath should ideally come through the diaphragm, and the last third should come through the chest, incidentally. And so to give you a gauge of that, you can actually just breathe in and see the water bottle move up first, and then breathe out, okay? If you want to have a feedback, breathe in, just try and look at the water bottle coming up first, before your chest, and then breathe out. That is one way you can do it. The other way is putting your hand on your belly or hand on your chest, okay? And just breathing in. First 2/3 coming through the belly and breathing out. And breathing in. First 2/3 coming through the belly and breathing out. Now ideally, your breathing in would be through your nostrils, and when you breathe through your nostrils, that activates both your fight and flight system and your rest and digest system, so your sympathetic nervous system and your parasympathetic nervous system. So if I remember correctly, the left nostril activates your rest and digest system, and the right nostril, when you're breathing through that, activates your fight or flight system. So it's a nice balancing breathing pattern. So if you're struggling to do that, my recommendation would be to just practice it for a few minutes per day, or address some of the things I spoke about earlier in this video around sleep, postural, and nutrition. So hopefully you found that helpful. Let me know if you've got any questions. At the same time, let me know if you'd like any help with any kind of health challenge you might have at all. So I've worked with people with obesity, autoimmune, mental health, some gut health, and some skin conditions as well. So hopefully that's helpful, and I'll put up another video soon. Next one will probably be about movement. All right, take care, bye.